world. Okay, so I'm going to share with you what I'm doing today and how I'm looking and everything because this blog is basically the unedited life of Helena Ray Ibish, formerly Howard, or as you may have known me in the past, Hong Mei. As I was on my mission. Anyway, so yesterday I was in pain, but it wasn't a bad day. And guess what happened though? I have the most amazing sister. I'm not going to call her a nanny anymore because I love her so much. And she just has this heart of gold. Her name is Lindonage Flowers. Oh, well, that's her married name. I'm actually not 100% sure how to say her last name. It's like Canero or something like that. Anyway, she is from Brazil, and she came into my life right when I was so I was at this point where, I had a few nannies, and they were all good. You know, they were good. But none of them had been mothers before, and I didn't fire any of them. It's just that they were young and they had other things to do and other places to go. Like, I'll name you name your names even. There was oh, I forgot your name. I'm sorry. But then the next one was Sarah, and Sarah was the best young nanny I could ever think of. And I feel really, really bad about forgetting my first nanny's name because I really loved her and we had a lot of fun hanging out. But then she had to leave to get back to her husband. Anyway, so because I don't remember your name, I'm really sorry. She was only my nanny for maybe a month, and she was here for half days, and it was when I was really sick and really drugged up, so that's probably why I don't remember your name. Then I had Sarah McElroy, who's now Sarah Who, and I haven't met your husband yet, and that's dumb because I know your mom lives in St. George, which means I know you come here. And Harvey and JoJo just Harvey. Harvey still says he wants to go to Sarah's house every time we go around the roundabout on our way to the office. Anyway, there was Sarah, and then she needed to move on and do things besides be a nanny, of course. And then there was I am bad with names today. Was it Charity? I'm not sure if Charity or Aspen was first, but anyway, there was Charity Bauman, and she was also really awesome, but she's a photographer and an entrepreneur at heart. She's really, really good. She does our family pictures all the time. There's one of them and some more of them. I love that one. Anyway, so she's really good, but Charity needed to go and be a photographer. And then there was Aspen. And Aspen, I love her so much. She still comes over and babysits for us a lot. Well, actually, it's been a while. I need to get you here again, Aspen. But anyway, there was Aspen, and she was also only here for a few weeks. I think she was just a little bit young, and and Harvey was in his terrible twos and had a hard time. She had a hard time following through with, just making sure that he was being good and stuff like that. And so she also had to move on, and it was fine. It was great. We're good friends. I love that girl to death. Go on a mission. Just kidding. No, but I'm just kidding because you have a boyfriend. But even still, go on a mission. As you can tell, I'm only kind of kidding. But anyway, all of those nannies were within about 1 year. And I couldn't handle my boys being jumped around. And even though I have family in town and Anna was willing to help out, and Katrina and Eileen. Charity was too far away. And my mom travels the world so much. I knew, and I know, well, I knew at that point that this wasn't a month or a year or even a couple of years that I was going to need this help with my kids. It was a few years, maybe even until they're able to take care of themselves. At least until they're in school. And maybe what if Cedric still wants kids? I'm happy with the two, but I am also very open to listening to the Spirit. And according to Harvey, he has a baby sister waiting for him. So maybe in the future, far future. I'm only 28. I've got a good, 5-6 years to decide if and when it's time for more kids. But anyway, I was just really frustrated. I had no idea. I didn't know what to do. Anna homeschools her kids, and Katrina was pregnant, and Eileen has her own kids that she's homeschooling too, and it was about time for school to start again, and I couldn't rely. And my mom was in Germany because they spend half of the year restoring their villa in Germany, so I didn't know what to do anymore, and I was about to put them into daycare, and nothing against moms that put their kids into daycare, but I got ripped out of my home when I had the stroke. I did not want to be a working mom. I wanted to stay home. Big reason being I wanted my children to be home and for them to feel the Spirit at home and to learn. I don't know. I just feel like there's a big difference. I didn't want, and I come from a homeschooling family, so, I just feel like there's something about being in the home, my home, for my kids that's really important to me. And every mom's decision is their decision, and whatever it is the right decision. Anyway, so I was just exasperated, and my mom was about to leave again to Germany, and she convinced me. She's like, you know what, Helena, why not just put out another ad on Cedar City and caretaker.com, and I'll pay for it, and what do you have to lose? And I was like, yeah, okay. So I put out another ad, not expecting anything, and I had a few interviews, and all of the interviews, honestly, the ones that I had, they were fine. But in my ad, I was like, I need a nanny, and this is my situation. I had a brain injury. I need you from this time to this time, and I can't pay you very much. By not very much, I meant like $150 a week. And I got a few answers, again, from young people, and I didn't want any more young people because for their sakes, they couldn't stick around very long. I mean, just out of high school, you might go to college or, and besides that, they just don't have a mother's instinct, really. And the ability to follow through with a 2-year-old and a 1-year-old that needed some following through with. And then I got a message from somebody, and I called her, and she had an accent, which I lived around the world. I am completely open to having, anybody in my home from a different part of the world. In fact, I really appreciate the way that other people raise their children compared to a lot of Americans. I've been around a lot of the world, and I think that the reason I raise my kids the way that I do is because of the things that I've seen in the families in other places of the world. And so anyway, I was just exasperated, honestly, and I had already interviewed like 4 girls, then I was going to say no to all of them, even though they were fine. But I wasn't okay with fine. Not anymore. And then finally my mom said, hey, you know what? Let's just go together and meet this lady. And I wasn't having people come to my house anymore because, I don't know, I didn't to have my interviews. So I went with my mom because obviously I wasn't making the right choices. And we went to Starbucks because it's just down the street and it's a good place to meet up to meet this other lady who said she lived in the States and her kids are in school, and so she was just looking for a service opportunity. And I was like, a service opportunity, really? And I honestly thought that her reply was kind of iffy. Then I went to Starbucks and me and my mom met her, and at the end of she was just perfect. Like she said, I love little kids. I don't have little kids in my house anymore, and when I saw your ad, I really just felt like I needed to call you, and I'm looking to serve people, and it looks like you need to serve. And I told her what I could pay, and she said, "You know what? I would even take less. If that's what you need, I would take less." And it was just such a miracle in my life. And she's been working for us with Harvey and JoJo for more than a year, and they love her. We love her, and I call her a sister now. Like she's amazing, and I'm very grateful for her. Anyway, that leads to what happened yesterday. This one's kind of long. Sorry guys. But yesterday, right after I posted that vlog about my really bad headache, uh she just came through my door like a sister would, and she brought me and she just brought me something, and she gave me a big hug, and she said, "You go to sleep, and I'll take Lily to Anna's house." And so she took Eileen to Anna's house, and she just let me sleep through the night, and I was happy, and today I feel really, really great. Now, would you like to see what I've been working on this morning? I've been working since about 8 o'clock, and my house has needed a lot of attention. And this is what it still looks like. Yeah. Yeah. The unedited life of Helena Abish. And you know what else? We have this really great little pet here. His name is Cricky, and he's a lizard. Do you see him? Where are you, Cricky? There he is. This is Cricky the bearded dragon. And he's all out of crickets. And so I have to go to the pet store and get crickets. Ugh. Gross. Anyway, I'm doing really well. And I'm grateful for my family. And I'm grateful for Anna and Katrina offered this morning to come over and help me clean and go play Catan at her house and stuff. But I have scrubbed the microwave and cleaned the oven and cleaned out the crock pot and done all these things that were really needing a lot of work, which is why it's still a mess, but much cleaner. Anyway, so I hope you like listening to me because I know I'm just so interesting. Yes, but today I feel really great and refreshed and happy, and I'm excited. Lily's coming back in a couple of hours. She's the cutest thing ever. And I will talk to you later.